Hello, my name is Daria and this game is The Long Dark. We are in the garage at Coastal Highway and this is a big skip from the previous video. I think the previous video ended around day 160 and now it's around 210, and the reason for skipping is that I've been doing a lot of stuff that wouldn't be that interesting to watch, like just fishing, beach combing, chopping wood, making furniture and so on. So basically the stuff you need to do for long-term stay here. So let's take a look at the situation here at the moment. So here is the bed and the fire barrel. In these lockers there's some firewood and just fir is there and cedar there, and then there's the furniture workbench, woodworking tools, some jerry cans, couple of lanterns. I actually had 4 of them here, but I scrapped 2 of those, the worst ones. And there's the revolver and rifle, and here we have some ammo and cleaning kits. And let's take a look at these statistics. Like, this was interesting about the revolver and rifle. So rifle shots taken 16, and where's the rifle hits, the 11. So I was planning to like one shot one deer, but that didn't quite work. I have missed a few times, and a couple of those misses are the wolf in the workshop. But the revolver shots are more interesting. There's 3 shots and 2 hits, and those are the first time with the wolf in the workshop at Bleak Inlet. So I shot at it 3 times and it didn't react in any way, but 2 of those shots hit, not just good enough. But I was expecting that if I hit it with the revolver it would get aggressive, but it just kept running back and forth inside the workshop. So that made no sense. And let's see, then there's flour, oats. So I've hunted some deer, so I have lots of cooking oil, and these are mostly from the trades. Like, I've been doing trades just to level up trust, so I would get some of the better stuff, and a couple of these are from trades. And where were these? Somewhere in Bleak Inlet, I don't remember. So there isn't much of the original food left, some sodas and cans here. But then the pickles, I originally wondered, like, why would you want pickles? But now this is from the first time I traded for these, and I started the trading after day 40. So this would have been somewhere around day 50, 60, something like that. It's 96% and we are at 210, so these have been here for over 100, maybe 150 days, and that's all. The condition is come down. Of course this is Pilgrim settings, so it'll be faster in harder settings, but yeah, this will last for a long time, so I traded a couple of more. And then the dried apples, this was just out of curiosity. These were quite expensive, like lots of firewood. But I wanted to get one of those, and I also traded for the cereal just because I need to make trades to get the trust up. Now, what else? So in these cabinets here, here's the stuff I'm using mostly for trades. The birch bark, old man's beard, those are definitely for trades. And I have made some of the acorn grounds just so I have them. And there's, oh, rose hips. Yeah, I had over 200, but the most important thing out of those trades is this. So now I can make pemmican bars. I have some in the backpack right now. So these give me 3 kilos more in the backpack. That's why I wanted those. And then there are lots of this 20 deer hides here, and then some more here. And there's one wolf pelt. I had 4 of those, but I made the coat. But now, a few days back, I found a wolf carcass on the ice while beach combing. So now I have material for repairing the coat if I need to. And here there's cloth and sewing kits and more cloth and some leather. And I left a lot of leather back in the ravine, so I'll need to go back and get those at some point. Mushrooms, some charcoal. That can also be, there was some trade that required charcoal. I don't remember what it was, but I used those. And then almost 4 kilos of cured fish, and the meat curing box currently has something like 16 kilos of fish. That's empty. Here we have meat. Those are in quite bad, well, not bad condition, but fairly low, 40%. And that's because the deer I shot, it took me a while to find it. And then this is full, in better condition. And I've been trading for salt occasionally, because it's easier to trade for it than to go harvesting it around the islands and in the mine. And there's 2 pry bars here, and I have 2 out in the fishing huts, and I left 3 behind in the ravine, so at some point I will need those. Simple tools, and the quality tools I traded for 1, and I think I have found 2 on the ice while beach combing. I don't need this many, but it doesn't hurt to have extra stuff. And leveling up the trust is important because of this. Now I have the one at Desolation Point in Riken at the forge, and I traded for this so I could use it for the acorns, and it wasn't too expensive. I think it was fish and water. Quite a lot of fish. Was it 6 kilos? It's still not a problem. And here I have the knives, and those whetstones, they are reserved for the knives for a reason I will show very soon. Here we have salt, one I've been harvesting from various places. And now this trunk, the beach combing. The one thing I keep finding is a hatchet. So hatchets, and this was the improvised hatchet I made in Desolation Point, I think. But yeah, I have so many hatchets, and I will be finding more so I don't need the whetstones for these, and I can get all the firewood I need. These hatchets will last for a long time and I'll be finding more. And then I had one hacksaw here and I traded for one. I think this is 100%, so this is for the trade. And the meat curing box is now here, out of the way. And you can put it here and you can still access the radio. So this is probably the best place for it, in here. It's out of the way, but easy to access. And now here I have the trail boots and insulated. So these are the clothes I'll be wearing if I go back to Bleak Inlet, just to optimize the room in the backpack. So trail boots and those. And the insulated boots are here because I have, so here I have I made this and I made this, and this was from a trade, and I think this as well, and this was in a memento box in Bleak Inlet. Traded for these, and I made these. Like, these are 2 kilos, the insulated boots are 1.5, but it doesn't really matter here. I don't need to carry that much stuff at once. And then I think I found these, and these were from beach combing. There was a suitcase on the ice and I found these fairly recently, like 10 days ago maybe. Where was this? I think this was in the Aurora mine. Oh, somewhere where I thought that it was worth going there. So maybe it was the Aurora mine. I'm not sure. So I have plenty of stuff here I had traded for, and then there's all the fish. So maybe we should go outside. One of the results or consequences of getting so many hatchets is this here. I have been clearing the surroundings of the garage, or basically the entire town area here, all the pallets. So I have so much reclaimed wood here, but I was using the fir and cedar for the furniture, so using the reclaimed wood for fire it's better. Now this is fir. Let's take these. But the cabin fever is on, so it occasionally becomes a risk. And the fishing hut is the way to cure that. And when I go to the fishing hut, I usually take some firewood with me. I'll just drop it there, since I'm using the fishing hut for curing cabin fever by fishing, and then there's usually a lot of fish there on the ice since I leave them there, and when I make trades I'll just pick up the fish on the way to the trading box. But now I think there isn't any. Like, I collected everything the last time I was here and put them in the meat curing box. Let's see, do we have any? Oh, there's that one. But now it was fur. Yeah, this pile. let's drop these here. So I have reclaimed wood here and fir and cedar. Enough for a little while. So the basic idea is that this fishing hut is equipped for staying several days. So the pry bar, it's going down in condition because I'm using it to clear the fishing hole. And the lantern fuel, these are all full bottles. They are here because I use them for trades. No point taking them to garage since I'll be taking them to the trading box at some point. And what's in here? These and some first aid, a few bits of fish, and here there are 40 hooks, 40 lines in addition to those 3 tackles. So these will last for a very long time. And some sticks. And do I have, okay, some baits here. And the way I'm making the baits is I find those ruined fish you find when beachcombing, and I turn those into bait. And now here is one of the MREs I have traded for. I left it here. So there's some food, and here I usually have several pieces of fish because I'm cooking the salmon here to get lantern fuel, and then I leave the pieces here. So when I'm going to the trading box, I can leave the garage, don't need to take any food. I just pick up here the fish I need for trading or the lantern fuel, and then a piece of fish just in case the weather gets bad and I need to stay there on the island to wait for the weather to clear. But yeah, this is sort of a good setup for staying a long time here in Coastal Highway. Basically what I'm thinking is that this would be almost indefinite. Like, all you need is do beachcombing, finding more hatchets, and then you can harvest carcasses and you can fish. And at this point we are at day 210 and there's still around 40 rifle ammo and 60 revolver ammo. I haven't even started bow hunting. So yeah, easily 1,000 or a couple of thousand days if you're patient enough to do it. Like, the main problem is it gets boring. And one thing, the skillet, I didn't find it, and I should have checked before leaving Bleak Inlet. I have checked the wiki, and the skillet in Bleak Inlet, it's either in Pensive Lookout or it's under the Cannery Pier. And if it's there, it's under the pier. I didn't check that because I didn't know I needed to check that. But since I left so much stuff behind, I think I'm going back to Bleak Inlet. I'm going to check under the Cannery Pier, see if the skillet is there, and then there's things in the ravine, and then near in the place where there's the corpse, and you go over the tree trunk and to the train cars on top of the train cars when you need to come back here. So I left, there's a rifle, a lantern, there's the leather, all sorts of stuff I want to bring back here. So the next thing to do would be just optimizing the inventory, going as much under 20 kilos as possible. So that means leaving anything that's not absolutely necessary, and I think I could leave this one here. I'll continue filling it when I continue fishing. But yeah, I think I should go back to the garage and start optimizing, like getting as much stuff out of the inventory as possible and changing back to the clothes that don't weigh that much. Like the wolf coat is heavy and the boots are heavy, so I'll be changing into the same clothes I used the previous time I went to Bleak Inlet. I guess I could also check, I have in one locker there's plenty of clothes. I could check if there's anything else I could change into, just getting some weight off the backpack. And then I can take water and food, because going to Bleak Inlet I'm gonna need food. There's in the trailer at the cannery, I think there's a bit of water but no food. I didn't leave anything behind there, and I think the workers' residence, there's maybe some dog food left but nothing else. So, but I did leave some food in the ravine and in the upper level. But I think I'm taking food from here. Maybe MRE, cured meat. I'll need to check. Oh, and there's fish here as well. Okay, I suppose I could take those. But it doesn't matter. I can have extra weight when I'm going to Bleak Inlet. And then I'll be eating all that fish, so it won't be with me when I'm coming back. But yeah, I'm gonna skip all the sorting and organizing of the inventory. It's gonna take a little while. It's the next morning, and let's take a look at the backpack. So I'm taking one of those accelerants just in case. I left a lot of those behind, so I can use this if I need to, or if I want to. I'm getting a lot more of them when I get to the ravine. And then there's, oh, and I traded for these just out of curiosity, but they might be useful climbing those ropes. And now the clothes, it says 5.25 kilos worn, and the previous was 8.61, so I managed to get it down quite a bit. And now here I don't have food yet, but I did boil a lot of water. I was thinking I'm going to carry a lot of water now and just leave it in suitable places, so when I'm coming back I don't need to boil any water anywhere. I'll just pick up what I left behind along the route. And then this is minimal. Bedroll is a necessity, couple of tackles for if I need to mend something, and that hatchet, It's 42%, so I can leave it behind. I don't need to bring it back, so that's 1.5 kilos of the backpack. And one recycled can just in case. So I can boil water if I need to. And some sticks, but I can also ditch those if I want to. So now the food. I have fish outside, so do I want to? I could take this one and then all the fish. Should I take... Well, these were not in very good condition, so let's take a few of those. Might as well use them. 2 more. And is that all? Yeah, these, and it's only 21 kilos. So when all the water and food is out, it's around 15 kilos. So I should have room for 23 kilos of stuff. Now these are big ones. I'm taking them all, and anything that's not eaten by the time I'm heading back from the ravine, I'll just ditch them. So now, I'm so paranoid. Do I have everything I need? Yeah, I think I do. So the idea is into Bleak Inlet as quickly as possible and back as quickly as possible. Oh, not as quickly as possible. Birch bark. I need to... Well, maybe I'll go to the cannery as quickly as possible, but then coming back I could stay in the upper area where you can find birch bark, collect everything, bring it back here for trades. And now I'm going the same way as before. Follow a river uphill, so even if the visibility goes, I won't get lost. Like, I'm fairly familiar with Coastal Highway by now, but I'm still, in some places, when it gets really foggy, it's sort of confusing. So it's always easiest to follow the road, follow a river, follow trails. So if it gets foggy, you won't get lost. So now I think I should be able to get all the way to the cannery before dark. Now, where should I leave the water? There's 1 liter by the cave, the tunnel entrance by the train tracks. I left that before, I haven't touched it. Then maybe after going across the railway bridge, I could leave there on the other side. 1 liter. Yeah, but the idea is that if I don't need to carry any water, there's more room in the backpack. And I have pemmican bars, so that means 38 kilos. But that's really only about the rope climbs. But when you don't need to climb those, you can carry extra weight, you just get tired sooner. And the bedroll, I have one in the train car in the ravine. So before going down, I need to drop the bedroll and then take the one from the train car, then go to the cannery. And then we'll see. If I can, I'll bring the bedroll up with me. But if not, I'll just leave it in the train car. I have several. Like there's this one and there's one in the fishing hut, and the third one is in another fishing hut by the fishing cabins. So I don't really need the one that's in the ravine. But we'll see. I want to bring as much of the stuff I left behind as I can. And the main reason I had to do some deer hunting was the animal fat. Like at the point when the recipe for pemmican bar was on the trader's list, I had just put the meat curing box full of venison and I cooked all the fat into oil. So I didn't have any animal fat. So I had to get some deer so I could get those pemmican bars. And they are useful, well, very useful for this trip, but they are also useful when taking a lot of stuff to the trading box. Mainly was taking all the firewood, so I made a couple of trades that required lots of firewood. And like I said at some point when I was looking at the list, all those cereals and pineapples, that they are expensive because there was so much cedar or fir required. But now that I have all those hatchets, the cost is really down. The cost is time, not really about using the hatchets. I have so many of them and I keep finding them on the ice occasionally. There was actually a blizzard the night before, so there would be new stuff on the ice. But beachcombing can wait. I have plenty of time to do that. Now I want to go and check if I can find that skillet. Like, it's the one thing I'm missing. Like, everything else I can get by trading and beachcombing, but not the skillet. And there's so many recipes I can't use because I don't have the skillet. It's so annoying. So now let's get to this river here and follow it. So now the only reason why I'm hoping the weather stays this way is the railway bridge. Like, I don't mind if the weather gets bad. Like, this is so easy route. You can't get lost, but I don't want to cross that bridge when there's no visibility. And so now I don't even have a lantern with me, and that's because I left several lanterns behind. There's 2 in the lookout and 1 in the train car in the ravine. So I can use those. Although I don't see any reason why I would need one. I don't think I want to go anyway in the buildings, in the cannery. Like, there's no reason. I have checked them so many times that anything there was to find, I found it. Oh, we have a bear. But it's somewhere there on the right. It won't be here on the river, I think. But yeah, I am going to bring as many of those lanterns back as I can, because they will give me scrap metal and lantern fuel. But I have plenty of scrap metal at the moment, and the cute guts, I think there was something like over 40 in the locker right now, so I can use those to make lines and scrap metal to make hooks. So even though I have 40 hooks and 40 lines at the moment, I can make more of them. So the fishing, that really makes this sort of viable option for long-term stay, this coastal area. Just need to get hooks and lines, and then you can fish, and with fishing you get the vitamin C, so I haven't seen any signs of scurvy. And that's actually one of the reasons why I want to, like, when I'm trying the dead world at some point, I'm going to rule out fishing. Like, even if I could do it, I won't do it, because it will be dead world, and it will be interesting to see how the lack of fishing is going to affect the overall situation. I was thinking I could, like, the one option I was thinking was limiting the run to far territory, and then I started thinking, what if I do the dead world only in far territory? Like, I need to explore those regions. I haven't been there much, so I could try it, or at least limit it. Like, when you're in transfer pass, you have explored absolutely everything and there is no food anywhere left. Maybe then leaving for the other areas, but not sooner. Okay, now we are here, and I did leave some water here. Yes, the bottles are here. So these are here, and once I get those, I have enough water to get down, or even if I need to stay the night in a trailer. Now, let's get to the other side. Like, I was thinking that when I'm coming back, I could just drink as much as I need and then drop the bottles. Like, no point carrying them with me if they are close enough to each other. But now this, once again. Oh, dear, I just hate this. I did see somebody doing this with auto walk, and oh dear, the stress of just watching at that. Okay, almost went over there on the left. Oh yeah, my thumb sometimes has a mind of its own. I'm thinking of doing one thing and it goes the opposite direction. That is very annoying. Can't be helped. It's sort of wires crossed in my brain. But now we are leaving 1 liter here, and it's there, very visible, so I can see it. Okay, it's noon. If the weather stays clear enough, I should be able to go all the way to the cannery, but if not, I'll just stay the night in the lookout and go down in the morning. But there's so many shelters now. There is the cave on this level, there's the train car in the ravine, and then the lookout, and then going down from there is the workers' residence and the cannery. So even if the weather gets bad, there is shelter close enough that it shouldn't be a problem. And now most of the stuff I left behind is there on the other side. When I go over using the train cars and the tree trunk, it's there. I think I left water, so I don't need to drop any water at that point. Well, it's getting a bit cold. Well, it doesn't matter. And now if I don't find a skillet, I'm going to be so mad. But it doesn't really matter. I needed to come back anyway for all that other stuff. But now, if it isn't there under the cannery pier, then I guess there is no skillet in these 3 areas. I was watching somebody, what was it? But it was a challenge, so probably the amount of stuff is different for challenges than it is for regular survival runs. Like they found several skillets in Coastal Highway, I think. Yeah, it was sort of some challenge that required finding food and lanterns and all sorts of stuff in 30 days, and they were doing it like limiting it to the Coastal Highway only. So now here there's stuff in there, and then there's all this, and I want to take as much of this, yes, we have water, as much of this with me when I'm going back as I can. But now here I needed to drop the petrol. Last time I almost forgot. So I'll pick it up when I come back. Yeah, well, I can get at least to the lookouts. We'll see if I can get all the way to the cannery, or at least to the workers' residence. Getting a bit tired. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea to stay the night in the lookout and then go down in the morning well rested. Yeah, I need... No, I wasn't going to rest. I was going to... Well, it doesn't matter. At least the game is saved. I was going to pick it up. So there's plenty of cloth here, some scrap metal. And what else? Okay, there's food. I don't need food. Yeah, so we'll see what I can take up with me when I'm climbing out of here. But now let's go to the lookout. And there was some firewood there by the train car, and I think there's some firewood here by this cave somewhere. Somewhere here, this end. Yeah, the cave is here. Let's check. Yes, there's firewood and there's a couple of pieces of coal. Now, I had water up there, but maybe just in case I need to stay. Oh, I was going to drop. It doesn't matter. I can also drink some water. I'm dropping 1 liter here. So if I need to stay the night here in the ravine, I can use that. Now I just need to remember where I left the water. But I'll probably, if I need to stay the night, I'll be in the cave. We'll see. It's mainly if I'm too tired or if there's a blizzard. And even if there's a blizzard, I suppose you could just climb up. But I'm in no hurry. I have enough food with me. Yeah, speaking of food, I think I could eat something. And there was in the train car, there were cattail stalks in the container. No other food. But I left those just for emergencies. But when I'm coming back from here if I don't have any other food. Oh, I could have taken a pry bar with me. Well, I hope I won't need it. I was thinking there were 3 of those. I could have taken one, but let's hope I won't need one. It's mainly if I come across burdocks. Like at this point, I have opened all the lockers, all the trunks. Yeah, I'm too tired. I'm not going to go down. It's still afternoon, but it doesn't matter. I'll stay the night in the lookout and go down in the morning. Then go to the cannery, straight down there and go looking for that skillet. Let's hope it's there. And yeah, the lantern. I have 2 of them here. I think there isn't much lantern fuel in them, so maybe I should scrap the other one, take the fuel, put it in the better one. Let's hope my notes are correct and I did leave lanterns behind. We'll see. Yes, there are 2 lanterns. So 0.27 and okay, that's half a liter in total. And what do we have here? Well, we have flares. I can use those. Oh, and there's these, but these are so heavy. I don't think I can take them with me. I would like to, but well, I guess I could take them to the train car. Oh, there's water. Okay. And these, no point, I have so much cooking oil in the garage. These are ruined and that's almost empty, so not useful. And how about these sticks? Oh, that was empty. And that's, I think, firewood. Yes. Okay, but I have enough food. So how about this? Oh, there's cloth. Lots of it. But that's 7 kilos. So I suppose I could take all of this to the train car and then see how much of it I can carry with me. But yeah, I think now I'm going to stay the night here, go down in the morning, and that will be in another video, since this is going to be all this time.